Alright, so we're going to talk about the S-mount armbar today. So first of all, I'm going to be in low mount here. What's going to happen is I'm here low mount and he's covering up his elbows like this and his elbows are tucked in. So that's not going to allow me to get to high mount like this. So I usually like to scoop on through the gap here. I could even lean my body onto this side. So I'm kind of doing essentially like I'm pummeling. So I'm pummeling over the arm and I'm digging through this gap so I can go to here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring both my hands together and I'm going to peel the shoulder up to give me some space. From there, my left knee, the same knee that I used to peel the shoulder, is going to slide up and I'm going to scoop up his head like this. So I essentially have a head and arm trapped like this and his head's going to be trapped like that. Most people are not going to like this and they're going to start pushing onto this knee here. That's fine. I'm going to let go of this control and I'm going to pull this tricep up and that's going to allow me to scoop up the leg here. Essentially getting me into an S mount. When I get to this position here, I want kind of like my right hip bone driving into his sternum, his solar plex here. So I'm a little postured up here, but as I transition to my real S mount, I'm actually getting perpendicular to him. My back leg is gonna flare out all the way. I'm gonna get on my toes here, and I'm actually trying my best to squeeze his shoulders together and prevent him from bridging off the mat. So if his shoulders are square here, he can bridge and move his shoulders around. But once I squeeze them together, there's no way he can move, and it also isolates the arm. So I got to here. Now, one thing you might run into is the person driving their elbow to the mat here and getting that tight. So what I can start doing, I imagine I need to scoop my leg, my thigh, under the elbow. So I'm actually going to start leaning my body on this way, and notice how my body starts having an angle to dig underneath this elbow here. I can just walk my feet up, and now I have a great control over him with my S mount. So I'm actively squeezing my legs in this way, and I have hip pressure right on his sternum here. So he has pressure coming in, pressure over the top. Now he just wants to give me the arm here. If he hugs my shoulder like this, I'll just do my arm crush. I also have Americana from here. I can do a Kimura from here as well. I also have all my wrist locks from here as well, since the arms are exposed. People like to show the arm bar from here. I hug the arm, grab onto my lapel, plant my hand onto the mat so that I can finish it already mounted, so I don't need to fall over. So me leaning onto my hand here makes my leg light, my left leg. So all I gotta do is just pinch it over his head here, squeeze my knees together and just arch my hip into that. Now if he tries to hug my hip with this arm here, I can start attacking that elbow, get kind of like a gable grip here, start pulling that elbow towards me that way, or I can just cup behind the tricep and push the wrist down. I also have a wrist lock here too. I also have a wrist lock this way as well. If he leaves his arms exposed, he also leaves his neck exposed too. So I get my thumb into the grip, into the lapel here, as deep as I can. Now all I need to do with my other hand is just grab anywhere on the other collar and pull straight up as I bring my elbow to the mat here, and that'll be a choke. Another thing too, if he starts pushing into me here, he actually extends this arm for me, and I'm just going to shove that here, and I'm going to roll this way and get into omoplata. I like to control the elbow and actually flare it out when I go for my omoplata. That way there's no way he's going to bring his elbow back and slip his arm out. As I pull and peel this tricep here, my leg goes around his back and I'm just sliding towards my left leg here. I'm controlling the belt on the way down, and I always want to scoot away until he's belly down here. Now I can just finish my omoplata just like everyone normally does. Grab onto here if you'd like to. You want heavy shoulder pressure here, lean into that and go for the tap.